Hi everyone, Cendril here. Welcome back to Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. Okay, Final Fantasy 13 3. No, that's all the side quests we know of in Houston. There's probably more. Try you tomorrow. Talk to Luca again tomorrow. Do those. And for now, I don't have to teleport. For now, we are going to head to the Wildlands. Well, I better teleport there then, now that I think about it. Because I have to take 2 trains. Here, I think, for a quest I was told about. I think so. Hi, Maze. Neko. Coal, sheep. Now we just need to find a person. There's supposed to be a person outside the village that has a quest at night. That I read about and it sounded like fun. You? No. I just don't know where it is. I was told about it, read a little bit about it, sounded like fun, but didn't read exactly where to go. Because it has to do with the sheep.
This was your finale.
And I like the sheep. I think a plushie of the sheep would be really cool. Hate the green dots. Let me see if I can find it again. Wouldn't be any different than what we've been doing the past few streams. Just wandering around. south of the village, so I didn't go the right way. You.
Are you lost?
Gracious me, where did you come from?
If you're that jumpy, maybe you shouldn't wander out here at night.
Maybe you shouldn't.
I'm not wandering. I'll have you know that I'm pursuing science. Important science.
Sure you are.
Yes, I'm on these plains for a reason. I'm here to learn more about the breeding habits of the fuzzy sheep.
Look, you're dedicated. That's great. But is it worth dying for? There are monsters out here.
Yes, I know. It is believed that fuzzy sheep mate only at night. I've tried on a number of occasions to track them back to the breeding grounds, but each time, a marauding monster has driven me away. I've been forced to make my observations from this distant spot, so as not to endanger the sheep by attracting more monsters. However, it is dangerous work.
That sounds foolhardy to me.
I accept the risks. And do you mind? I have work to do. Unless, that is, you would care to help me.
Shadowed the sheep in her stead, she would have a better chance of fighting off the monsters and solving the mystery of the fuzzy sheep nesting grounds. I like to think we're helping the sheep by getting rid of monsters.
Maybe, but you're putting yourself in too much danger.
Oh, I know it's reckless, but I have no choice. The whole of science eagerly awaits my results.
Why don't I make the observations for you? I can keep the monsters away at the same time, and then let you know what I see. That sound good?
But... Oh, dash it. Very well. It is far from ideal. But what choice do I have? Monsters seem drawn to me like flies to a pile of behemoth dung. As far as I can tell, the fuzzy sheep spend the night amongst the ruins atop that hill. I hope you will meet with more success than I.
I'll do my best. Now, will you go home?
Fine. I shall await your report in Arya's
Sheep.
village.
Protect the sheep. Monsters stand in the way of the sheep and their breeding grounds. Protect the sheep and escort them to the nest. Protect the sheep! No. Stay away from sheep.
Let's do this, Odin! This was your finale.
You can also get out of the way.
Together we can do this.
Lightning, right? I'm into poison. Go ahead, stand up, do your thing. Nice, Inspire. Wonder if we were to lay on them, would they be comfy? Probably.
Our tears fall into the chaos. Life is a journey. No looking back.
know you don't have as much magic, but... I need you to cast. Let's go shoot. Oh, there's a treasure chest in here. You're a level 2. How dare you, go away.
Odin, show me your strength.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Our journey doesn't end here.
Boy, when they don't want to stagger.
You can't leave me. Don't even try.
Ugh,
Our tears
I didn't
fall
swing at the right time, did it? Gold Malastone, though. Cheap. Mystery egg.
This looks a lot like an egg. It can't belong to the sheep.
What do you have there? Is it an egg?
What are you doing out here? I told you to wait for me in Arius.
I couldn't just loiter around the village, twiddling my thumbs and waiting for you.
You could have been killed. But now that you're here, you might as well take a look at this. I found it in one of the sheep's nests. What do you make of it?
You did? Are you sure it was a sheep's nest? Let me see. Gracious! Could it be? This is incredible. I do believe you have found the first verified fuzzy sheep egg.
A sheep egg? You're joking. I mean, that's impossible. Sheep don't lay eggs.
Oh, I assure you it's entirely possible. As a scientist, I can tell you that many kinds of animals lay eggs, not just birds and reptiles. For example, monotremes are mammals that lay eggs, although I admit they are decidedly uncommon. So, it's all clear now. That's why the sheep return to the same place every night. They have to sit on their nests and incubate the eggs through the cold night.
These are the sheep's nesting grounds.
Yes! It's the greatest biological discovery of the century! Here, let me have the egg. I shall guard it with my life. If I can keep the embryo alive, and a fuzzy lamb hatches from it, it will be the final incontrovertible proof of my discovery. The decades of work and self-sacrifice have at last borne fruit. Thank you for everything.
Yes, the fuzzy sheep lay eggs. Weird that the sheep lays an egg. But very interesting nonetheless. 3,200 gil, cool glasses, 120 max HP, 10 strength, 12 magic. And yay, we protected the sheep. So that's a
Here,
plus.
let me have the egg. If I can keep the decades of work.
Bye, fuzzy sheep. Alright, that completes that. I think I've done enough side quests. Maybe not, give it a go. Who knows?
If anything catches. Come back anytime.
Guess I can go to the crags, try to find another Rocky Mole. Hi, AJ. Guess I should be trying to do last ones, but here's the fun part. I have to find another one. I had a hard enough time finding the ones that I do have. You disappear. Fine, forget the quest. Monsters, so help me, you better disappear.
Take me to the heavens, Kupo? Is this the end for me, Kupo?
Not yet.
I've come for you, all right, but trust me, this isn't the end of anything.
Kupo? Will you turn me into a star?
I'll get you home. Faster than you think.
And now you're a star. Probably not how Moogle thought. Anyway, I'll get you there faster than you could think. Oh, lightning.
Want to grow stronger? Then you're at...
take silver. That's fine. Magnet. Reduce the ATP cost more, and a little bit more resistance. No, you need adamant malastone. I don't think we can get that, so that's staying there. We have a level 2 with 110 magic. Where's it at? Oh, down here. Yeah, equip this one. I'm gonna equip one.
Come back soon.
Equip the fancier one. Instead of Araga, I'm gonna go level 3. Doesn't do as much damage, but I can cast it more times, and I really hope that'll help me stagger easier. I can hope so. Since I'm here, I might as well look for the Moogles. Why not? And I might try to go to the end today. And just try to go for it, see what happens.
no match for us.
And dead.
Odin, back me up.
Right. Win? Yes, win. Feral creature. Medium? The Trifid's rare now. Where is it? Oh, there it is. You're still coming. Okay. Trifid's rare though. We may see the Omega of it. You are not that.
Let's do this, Odin. Your part is over. Odin, back me up.
I'm gonna keep running into these.
Scatter them easily.
We can scatter them easily. I don't know why you're saying them, unless there's one I don't see, but I get it, it's just the line. Aww.
Odin, back me up.
That's what I'm talking about. Because I can cast it more. I think I'll go back to the aura spells. I've been thinking about it the past few days. I think I'm going to try it.
We can scatter them easily.
No clue where the Moogle is, so we'll just walk around.
Let's make a show of it.
Oh, look what we have here.
Together we can do this.
Not the last one we were looking for, but I won't see them now. 2 seconds. Attack level 3 and 5 bronze milestones. Huh. That's whatever item it drops. A pair of skeleton earrings. Well, with those out of the way, let's go back to the forest. I bet we can find the Rephalisa now. That was the Rephalisa, the Triflan. Skeleton earrings. Increase damage dealt by status ailment attacks by 100%. Ooh. That's interesting. So like poison. Now I don't remember if that's just the initial damage or the damage it does over time. Heck, it could be both. That resist physical damage 20%. It's the tanking one. That's a good one. I may use that. I'm gonna use that and do poison. And now it's just alone. Fine, we'll just get rid of you too.
Me up.
One at a time. And now just these are showing up. We fought a lot of this enemy too, so it shouldn't be too far away. We've seen the last one of it. One at a time. These battles are super fast. Oh. Where am I? Oh, in the village. Not where I want to be is the answer. Hi!
Together we can do this.
Hanuman Omega. Stagger, darn it. Wrong one. Ah. There's the wrong button on that.
Journey doesn't end here.
It's fine, I can heal that.
You can't run me. Life is a journey. Life is a journey.
There we go. Minus resist, so. Done. Magic resistance. Nice! Still 5 stars. Almost 2 EP. So every volley, they count. Yeah, every Hanuman. Same thing. Electric Bits level 3. Gold Malastone 18. Cool. I may upgrade a few things and pick it up. Spark Seal Jewel. Physical and magic damage minus 100%, but resist lightning damage 90%. These are lame. I really don't like them. I wish they were. Drop something else because they're so situational, and if you could change in battle, it'd be different, but you can't change the accessories. Now there's just no enemies here. Unless the Tryphid shows up. But again, we have to be in the right spot for it. So it could be anywhere in the woods. Maybe not even in the woods. Feral creature, large reaver. Still common, really? Man. I feel like I've killed them quite a few times. Wish they gave me a number. That might be too much information, but I think it'd be really nice. Hey, Yule's flower. Check down there. Oh, can't. Never mind. Silver and metal. And no mole either. Alright. I guess. Teleport to... Oh. I don't know. Sure, North Station.
I hope you can make every.
Quality machine oil. Oh, turn that in. 700 gil, blue propeller, shooting star, 20 HP, 2 strength, 1 magic.
You did a fantastical job, Lightning.
Shooting star. Oh, star. I like that. So many. Dark Knight shades. Oh, see, those are cool. Those are like the ones she wore at the in the opening cutscene. Just a different color. By the way, the Onion Knight helm. A helm that seems weak and powerful at the same time. Like being able to see her eyes, so. Okay. Save the game before I go down this road. Save here.
Have you been worshipping at the cathedral? Require a room?
I thought we did. Eighth day is over.
Grant the Forsaken World more time.
Four days till the end.
Well, it's that time again.
Heart Stealer Guard. Army of One ability. That is an EP ability. It does take EP. Army of One costs 1 EP. Press left trigger while overclock is active to unleash a devastating fury of blows. You know Army of One. You know how it works in Final Fantasy 13. Same thing here, except it takes EP. So you have to overclock, which already takes 2, then 1 every time you use Army of One. Not cheap. And remember, the once we got the Blaze Fire Saber and Overture from 13 to 13-2, respectively, slightly increases the damage done by Army of One. Yeah, so minimum 3. Right, the other guard. Other thing we got. Heartstealer. Garb imbued with the soul of the thief. It allows for quick and agile attacks and hastens the recovery of ATB. Soul of the Thief, increase ATB speed by 35 and stagger capability by 5%. So you stagger a little faster and you get AP back really fast. It's like Thief. Leaping Rush, unleash a physical attack that launches enemies into the air. Not very likely to make enemies recoil. So if they're in the middle of attack, they're probably still going to hit you. You're not going to interrupt them, basically. Costs 20, but it can launch them in the air. And evade. Allows lightning to evade some enemy attacks. Certain attacks cannot be evaded. It's a... Just try to get out of the way. Just try to evade. The ATB is nice, but I don't care much for evade. I wish it had something else. I mean, I know it fits Thief, but I don't like the evade skill.
The chaos readings, they suddenly shot through the roof. Perhaps the chaos is even reaching the Ark now.
I met Lumina again.
You mean the girl who walks in the chaos? That would explain the chaos readings I picked up in the Ark. She brings the chaos with her. Light, there's something that bothers me about that girl. Perhaps you've noticed it as well.
You mean how she looks just like Sarah at that age?
So you think so too? They're so alike. I can't help thinking that it really is her, in some way.
She may look like Sarah, but it's not her. Lumina's just too different. And she really rubs me the wrong way.
Maybe she's not that bad, just that her behavior seems all the worse when she looks so much like your sister. In any case, for now, Lumina's real identity will remain a mystery. All we can say for sure is you and her don't get along.
Okay. North Station. I would like to finish the one with the reporter and the guy who we got his journal. The name of the quest escapes me right now. Saving the Sinless. Something like that. To save the Sinless.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Public Morals Office of the Order of Salvation. Please pray and thank Almighty God for allowing us to see another dawn.
Come again, anytime.
Right. It's a little further up, right? Hi.
You mentioned you used to cover high-profile stories. I'm investigating a story for a friend. Do you know anything about a man named Ranulph?
Ranulph? Yes, I think I do. Yes. The poor man's wife and daughter were brutally murdered over some business dispute. Happened quite a while ago. He lost everyone he loved in the blink of an eye. What a tragedy.
That's some memory you have. This happened centuries ago.
My boss put me in charge of that story. It's one that's hard to forget.
That's lucky for us. Ranulph himself asked me to look into the case, so he can know the truth. Do you think you can help?
Actually, I think I might be able to do just that. I can hardly refuse any favors from you now, can I?
Right?
Except, I wonder if you wouldn't mind doing something for me in exchange. Nothing too time-consuming.
You already owe me.
This is true.
Just to hear me out, please. You're helping all kinds of people, aren't you? Would you keep doing that, but when you're done, come tell me their stories.
Just their stories? Are you sure that's all you want from me?
Yes, I want to write something that will inspire people and lift their spirits. What better subject than you?
It's awesome. Complete either quest and report back to Hermon. Either complete Born from Chaos, which is the fighting the dragon, I believe. In that corridor there, the was it a Zomok? I think it was. Or Fuzzy Search in the Wildlands, which is helping the sheep. We've done both, I believe.
I've done what you asked.
I knew you could do it. That's great news for everyone. You'll be an inspiration to my readers. This'll make a fantastic article.
I'm not one to preach morality, but doesn't that violate some sort of reporter ethics? Writing stories that you helped create?
The job of a reporter is to follow the truth, and that's what I'm doing. But if we're being completely honest, the real reason I asked for that favor isn't for a story. My real purpose was to observe you and watch you in action.
What do you mean? Why me?
I know who you are now. You help people, and in doing so you save their souls. That's the duty you've been assigned by you-know-who upstairs. You are the savior, aren't you?
Huh. You knew who I was all along.
Let's just say I had a hunch. But don't worry. Your secret will be safe with me. I won't tell anyone.
Reporter hunch.
By the way, I looked into Ranulph's past. I found something that might be helpful. The case was cold for a long time, but it turns out they did find a suspect in the end.
So, was he arrested?
I don't know if this is good news or not, but the person in question appears to have passed away some time ago. Once the authorities saw the death certificate, they stopped the investigation.
You're right. I don't know if that's good or bad news. So who was the person behind this?
Some lowlife that was part of a criminal organization, specialized in petty crime. The Order had been on his trail for a while. But he was a wily little rat, managed to stay one step ahead. He went through aliases, but the one on the death certificate was Reddick.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I met someone with the same name in the Warren. He said he'd been in hiding for a long time.
Could it be the same man? Is it possible he's still alive? But there was a death certificate and everything.
He mentioned that he was dead in the eyes of the law. And he also knew where Ranulph's journal was.
Do you think he managed to fake his own death by forging the document to escape the Order's scrutiny? I suppose that could be possible. Then it looks like the case has been solved. We found our man. I'll go through the records again, in case we missed something.
It was Reddick, the man in the Warren with no name. Are you gonna tell Ranulph about this?
If it really was Reddick, there's something I want to ask him first. Let's go to the Warren and see if he'll talk.
Let's do just that. We'll head south and we'll fast forward time at the end. here.
Welcome to our hotel.
Okay, we're gonna stay until 7 because we want to speak to Luca again.
We eagerly await your next visit.
You again. You're very persistent. Back for more, I take it?
Well, that's true to go.
Here's some money. Take this and show me what you can do, but don't cry for me. I want you to shed tears for yourself.
What? That's a first. No one's ever asked for that before. Why do you want me to do that?
Frankly, because I think you need it. Don't you think you do too?
I don't know.
Luca, you haven't cried for yourself in centuries. You say you're fine and that there's nothing wrong, but that's not true.
Why not? Why would I lie?
I believe that your tears help mend people's broken hearts. Hearts that have forgotten how to feel, but every time you help someone, part of your own heart dies a little.
What?
When you talked about the death of your acting coach, you weren't sad. You were smiling. It's as if you don't feel anything anymore. You don't know what it's like to cry for real anymore, do you? Just these fake tears in exchange for a little money. What's become of your emotions?
I still have them. Really. I can cry for real. All I have to do is think of the past.
Okay, then show me.
Huh. It's not working. That's weird. It's usually so easy. Huh. Why?
Time has taken everything from you, including a part of yourself. You've forgotten how you used to feel back then.
Stop it! Don't say that! That's not true at all! I remember everything! I remembered I loved him! And to this day, I still do!
Luca, I know. It's okay.
No, it's not! If I can't cry, that means my heart is gone! It means that it's been destroyed! I don't want to believe that! I won't!
I knew you had it inside you, and you proved it.
I'm crying. These tears, they're real.
I can tell. They look pretty real from here, too. I'm sorry if what I said was harsh, but it was for your own sake.
Thank goodness. My heart is okay. It's not broken. Wait. This wasn't your plan all along, was it? To help me realize the past that I'd forgotten? To save me from losing myself?
I just wanted to get my money's worth in tears. After all, I've donated more than enough. Besides, I couldn't just sit back and watch you waste away trying to help others. Someone had to help you.
I don't know what to say. I can't believe that anyone cared enough to help someone they hardly know. Thank you for opening my eyes. I'm going to stop selling my tears. I'm done.
Good.
It's okay to cry because you care about someone, but crying because people pay you to isn't what I want to do anymore. From now on, I'm going to show people my bedazzling smile instead.
$2,400 kill, Crystal Tear. 80 HP, 4 strength, 8 magic. And she gives you your money back. And that's something we forget sometimes. That those who help and give, sometimes they need help too. It's easier to forget that than you think. Trust me, I've seen it. Warren doesn't open until midnight, right? Yeah, but there's an inn right there. It's like we both missed. That was weird.
Do you know what death is?
Honestly, I shouldn't even fight these enemies anymore. Yeah, how do you like being poisoned, huh? Turnabout's fair play.
Will you be taking a room?
We will be taking a run. Whoop.
We are always. Will you be taking? We are always here to work.
All right.
Looks like I'm not the only one who likes it. This is bad.
See if we can find him again. Is he up here? No. Supplies, adventuring essentials. There it is.
Oh, great. You again.
Now that I have Renalf's journal, I know who was behind the murders of his wife and child. You've been running ever since. You even faked your own death.
I knew someone would make me. You got me. So you know everything.
Yeah, I did it. I killed his family. I took the lives of his beautiful wife and daughter. All for a little money. The one who hired me had a rival business, and he wanted Ranulph out of the game. He's long gone, though. Passed away some time ago.
After you took care of business for this man, did you also steal the journal?
Again, that was me. Years after the incident, something happened to Ranulph. One day, he just seemed to forget the whole thing ever happened. I thought it was a lucky break on my part. I figured it was the best thing for all of us.
But why didn't you just dispose of it? It would have been easier than giving it to someone for safekeeping. And if it links you to the crime, why help me find it?
Guilt. I was too much of a coward to turn myself in. But I think I was waiting for someone to figure it out. I wanted this day to come. I'm tired of running. Turn me in, arrest me, do what you want.
It's not up to me to decide your punishment. Not even the Order. I'd say it's up to Ranulph. Wouldn't you?
So be it. I'll be right here waiting for retribution. Hey, I know you don't owe me anything. But do me a favor, will you? Don't tell my son about this, okay? That's all I ask.
Who's your son?
Name's Marlon. He's my stepson. A good kid. He's nothing like me. Got his own business and everything.
Marlon? He's not a baker by any chance, is he?
You know him? Even though I'm not his real father, he sends me money on a regular basis. You know, to get by. He has a good heart. I couldn't ask for a better son. I really don't deserve a boy like him.
Light, isn't Marlon the boy Ranulph is so fond of? The one who bakes him those muffins that he loves so much?
This does complicate things. But Ranulph insisted he wants to know the truth. And that's what I'm gonna give him.
Really? Even though something like this could ruin their friendship? Do you think Ranulph's prepared for that, after losing his family all over again?
So, like I said, that does complicate things. Now, see, this quest takes a couple of days to do.
The best hotel require a room.
Ninth day's over. Let's go back to the Ark.
There you are. Welcome home. What's wrong?
Nothing, just things on my mind. Don't worry about it.
I can't help but worry. We're finally getting the chance to talk, but you don't seem happy. It's like you don't even know how to smile anymore.
Right now, this is the best I can do. Not that I was ever good at it.
It's okay. I can make you smile again. You just have to go back to the days when the future still looked bright.
When was that?
Back before we made all those mistakes. Before we started messing around with gods and Fal'Cie. We thought it was our destiny to fight for the world and the future. But all those battles, all those struggles, they didn't mean anything in the end.
Was it all a mistake? Even the journey you went on with Noel?
Well, what else would you call it? We risked everything, but in the end, we couldn't save the future, and I died. If that's not a mistake, what is? That's why I have to get rid of it. Throw it all away. It didn't mean a thing. It's done and gone. No regrets, just a clean slate. We're going to have a new world, and you and I will be just like we used to be way back when.
Listen, Sarah. Let me say this. If that journey was a mistake, I'm the one who has to bear the blame. Because I sent you. It's me who has to pay the price. All you did was try your best. There's nothing wrong with that. It didn't turn out like I'd hoped, but it wasn't a mistake. You tried to do something that was good and right. You must never throw that away.
Maybe. But I don't want to remember it again. I just want to forget it all.
Right. When she said that, I didn't believe her. She'd always been able to accept hardship, fight through it, and be stronger for it. Lumina's words came back to me. She said the only fake I know is Sarah. No, that couldn't be right. The problem was in me, making me doubt her. But it was no good. The terrible thought had formed in my mind. The seed was planted. What if this Sarah was fake? And my memories of her too. Give us a reprieve so that I can save more souls.
Three days till the end.
Nice work, Light. You look like you've seen a ghost or something. Are you all right?
I saw her again. My sister. It looks like God might keep his promise and bring my sister back. She'll be a new Sarah.
New? What do you mean by that? Are you saying that when he resurrects Sarah, it will be a different person? Like, a fake?
No, that's not it at all. I just mean, if she's going to be born again, she'll be a new version of her old self.
I don't think you're being straight with me, are you? You don't think the Sarah you met is the real thing, do you? You think that there's something missing. It's all right. You don't have to say anything. The truth is plain enough to see. Since I came here, I haven't been good at reading people, but I've been practicing on you. But don't worry, I'm on your side. Yours and Sarah's. You know that, right? You only agreed to become the savior because it was your only chance to save Sarah. And that means God has a hold on you. But if the Sarah he's showing you isn't real, then that control he has disappears. He has no hostage.
Decoy EP ability. Get here near the end. Decoy summons a Moogle doll that draws the enemy's attention for a time, so they don't attack you. But that cutscene right there sums up everything I have. Well, it doesn't, not everything, but it sums up one of my biggest problems with this trilogy. The other games didn't matter. Didn't matter at all. The game even acknowledges that. Nothing you did in the other two games matters. And that's terrible. Let's see. Now we need to talk to Renoff and see how this plays out. Was that an ability Iris in 15 had? Decoy? Maybe. Kind of sounds familiar now that you mention it.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Public Morals Office of the Order of Salvation. Please pray and thank Almighty God for allowing us to see another dawn.
I'm so sorry, but I'm out of flour, so I haven't been able to bake today.
Marlon, you're so kind to come all this way just to tell me that. Never mind, I'll just have extras tomorrow.
You won't have to wait that long, I promise. I'll be back later.
I've decided to tell Ranulf the truth. The cold, harsh, unforgiving truth of his past. Even though it could cause him to lose a dear friend. Ranulf, I know who killed your family. He lives right here in Luxarian. He's been in hiding since he committed that crime.
Are you sure? Who is he?
The man's name is Reddick. His home is in the Warren for obvious reasons, and I found out something else about him too. But I'm not sure you really want to hear it.
I'd like to know, please. I'm done running from the past. I'd even forgotten about the family I once loved. From now on, I'm seeing things for what they really are.
Alright. This Reddick, the man who killed your family, he has a stepson. His name... it's Marlon.
What? You mean my Marlon?
What are you going to do? Are you going to inform the Order of this information that's come to light? Or do you want to take matters into your own hands?
I'd rather not do anything. I just want to continue spending my days just like this. Nothing more. After all, we have few days left.
You forgive him?
No, I'd rather Marlon didn't know. Imagine what it would be like to find out your father is a killer. You've helped me discover the truth, and I have no regrets. Marlon's innocent. What would be the point of burdening him with this sort of knowledge? His smile is what kept me going all this time. His friendship is what saved me. I don't want revenge. I also don't want to be the reason Marlon loses his father.
If that's what you want, I'll respect your wishes. The case has already been closed and the suspect declared dead. No reason to bring him back to life now.
Thank you. My family would have wanted it this way. I can almost feel them smiling at me from above. Besides, I wouldn't want anything like this to stop Marlon from baking those delicious muffins of his. I'll continue to chronicle my life in my journal, but only about the precious moments I spent with my wife and daughter. I just want to document my memories. I want to leave proof of their existence.
The scenery today is the same as yesterday, but for Ranulf, nothing is the same. His entire world has changed. The past can never be undone. Yet, he has chosen to exempt a stranger from punishment. He didn't need saving, just someone to remind him of his strength and courage.
Quest complete. 4,500 gil, Dark Knight outfit, 120 HP, 12 strength, 10 magic. Thank you, Maze, for subscribing. Dark Knight. Garb imbued with the soul of the Dark Knight. Increases the wearer's physical damage and magic resist. And allows her to use the abilities Darkness and Asura. Plus 5% physical damage and 10% magic resist. Darkness deals great physical damage to target and nearby foes in exchange for Lightning Zone's HP. You know Darkness. all the way back. So. Hype. Great stagger time, and you see 3.5 times 3.5 damage. So, like guard's just there from whatever. We obviously put on like a Met guard or something. Ashura deals great physical damage in exchange for Lightning Zone HP and launches the enemy into the air. It takes 50 ATB, but it does your attack times 8. Stagger power B, stagger time. So, Darkness hits an area and is cheaper. Ashura costs a lot, but does a ton of damage. Could give her basic attack as well. When I don't want to lose HP. And you can hear the theme from 13.2 when we're in when we first get control of Sarah. I guess the Iron Dragons go. All right.
Do you remember touch of the wind on you? Softer than whispers of angel that falls in love. Do you remember the sound of the ocean waves? Breaking a long time after time. Believing in magic can make you strong. Tell everyone that this is a place where you belong. Everything looks shiny in that sun. A day in your life. Close your eyes to find yourself in wonderful world. Everything feels like a fantasy. A night in your life. Close your eyes to find yourself in mystic timeline.
That's a fun thing they did. save here. Past the end.
Excuse me.
End up here. No. I was going the right way. Darn. I do like that song.
Our hotel. Do you need a room?
Do need a room. I could try to fight a really tough boss. I don't think I could do enough to it though. It drops a great item. We actually have a quest for it. It's to kill the Arrow Knight in the Dead Dunes. I think I'll pass. Just keep going.
Let life still linger, if only for one more day.
Two days till the end. Day 11.
Good to see you again.
Marshall Monk. Guaranteed with the soul of the fighter. It increases the wearer's physical damage. You get Punt level 2 and Charge Strike. Whirlwind Kick transforms Punt into the powerful Whirlwind Kick ability. And it comes with it, so. Plus 10 maximum, 10% maximum HP and 5% physical damage. So become a monk.
Light, do you understand your role now? The more souls.
Already heard that. Alright. The shop upgrades one last time. You can buy X potions, which will fully restore your HP. Or it was high potions before, if I remember right. We can buy Phoenix Wings. They revive lightning from KO, fully restore maximum HP, and cast haste. The Phoenix Down gives some HP back and gives Protect Shell and Veil. Bravery. That gives haste. Protect and Shell.
Can I help you with it?
I'm gonna get me a Phoenix Wing. Oh, re-raise potion's pretty cool. How do you guys feel about penalties being harsher on easier game levels? Like if you lose gold for escaping a battle, if the game's on easy, you lose 30% of your gold. Whereas if you play on hard, you lose 10%. That's backwards, in my opinion. I've seen a few games do that, and I don't like that. There's a reason people are playing on easy. It's either because they just want to enjoy the story, want to just get through the game fast because they have other games to play, or really enjoy that type of game but aren't very good at it. There's a lot of reasons people play on easier difficulty levels. They don't punish the person more for playing on easy. Right? That's backwards to me. The only time you do that is with like achievements. Like, oh, if you want this achievement, you have to play on higher difficulty. That's fine. To strive people to play harder, but to punish them is wrong. To me. Anyway. Which other game was it? There was a game that denied you the final boss if you did not play on hard. He deemed you unworthy of facing him. That's happened quite a few times.
Finally. It's rude to keep people waiting. This girl, she's got something she wants to ask.
What girl? Are you talking about that shadow?
Yep, and guess what? It's someone you know. Okay, you can come out.
Yule.
There are people here. They want to see you. All your friends. Huh? Hold on. What's going on? Oh, did you see that? They want to lend a helping hand, but you're too far. Even though they know what you're really feeling, what you need. They can't do anything for you.
I'm not looking for help from anybody.
Of course you aren't. You're God's hand-picked savior, right? You don't need friends, or even family. That's why you can't find Sarah anymore.
Whatever.
Listen, you are the savior. You must gather the souls that still walk upon this dying world, and lead them to a new world of salvation. But your sister's soul is invisible to you, and if you cannot see her, you cannot save her. You must ask yourself, if it means saving Sarah, will you fight God? One human does not have the power to defeat Benevelza. He is all-powerful.
Then I'll find another power. Something beyond me, whatever it takes, even if it kills me as well.
You cannot save anyone. Not even Sarah. Not as you are. Because first, you have to save yourself. You should listen to her. She always tells the truth.
Right. Not like you. But she's telling me that I'm missing something.
Well, yeah. Haven't you figured it out? Ugh. I swear, sometimes I lose my faith in you. You don't even know the first thing about your own soul, but you think you can fight God himself. I don't think I've ever met anyone so dense.
If you know it all, then tell me. What is it I'm missing?
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't mean a thing if you can't figure it out on your own.
I have to save myself. But how?
Light, can you hear me? Are you hurt?
It's all right. I'm fine.
But
Look, I said I'm fine. Now just drop it, all right?
if you're sure. But you will tell me if something is wrong, won't you, Light?
brought to you by
Your items available for purchase. Anything I care about? Innocence. Transform Protect. Cast Protect if you change schema when your remaining ATB is 10 or less. That's interesting. This is attack level 3.
the public morals office of the Order of Salvation. Please pray and thank Almighty God for allowing us to see another dawn.
11th day's over.
Sid Raines.
That was once a man's name, but now it means nothing. His soul has dissolved into the swirl of chaos. I take his form as a convenience, but I'm no more than a puppet.
Alright, so who's pulling your strings? Benevelza?
No, not God. I am the voice of many, of the countless multitude who call chaos home. I am the speaker for the dead. Tell me, Savior, do you know the ritual they call Soul Song?
Vanille is planning to perform it at the cathedral. She says it'll release the dead from their suffering. I guess that means you.
Vanille has been misled. There is a truth she cannot see. A truth that lies within the unseen realm.
What do you mean? What truth?
You do not understand the role of chaos.
Huh?
The chaos will drown this world, but it's also the key to our humanity. When we die, we return to it. But only for a short time. When a man dies, his soul melts into the chaos, but the idea of it, of him, survives intact. And then he is reborn anew and returns to the living world. An unseen power exists in all of us. It's the chaos that we carry in our hearts.
Our souls are made out of the chaos, which is why they return to it when we die. But they survive there, waiting for a new body, which means you could be reborn in the new world.
If the Sacred One shows us the way, she is the only one who can tell us what to do. She has the power to guide us into the future, where we can live again.
She can do what I can't. Vanille can bring salvation to the dead.
Yes, but she doesn't know what she is capable of. The Order has kept the truth from her.
Why would they lie to her? They preach salvation.
Only for the living. The Soul Song will destroy us and make you forget we ever existed. Murder on a grand scale.
You want me to stop her, right?
Yes. And then you must tell her what her real power is, so she can lead us to salvation.
Is this what you all want?
It is, but it is not God's will. If you answer our prayer, it will mean defying Benevelza. Those who try to defy the gods end up controlled by them and are destroyed in the end. Like Sid Raines.
I remember Raines fought for humanity and he was killed for it, but the spirit that drove him to stand up to the tyranny of the gods didn't die. I kept it with me. Chaos is in all of us. It's the stuff our souls are made of, and it's the reason that the dead live on in our hearts and minds.
Yes, the chaos unites humanity, a thread woven through all our lives, and it's a power God cannot see. potential is limitless, and that makes it more powerful than he is.
But now you're gonna tell me that it's nearly impossible to tap into. Am I right?
Yet it is possible. No one can control the chaos. If you want to make the power yours, you must have the help of those who are inside it. You know what needs to be done. You know whose soul you have to find.
You mean Sarah? Are you saying I'll be able to reach her?
You must. With the chaos, anything is possible. Find the invisible bonds that unite us across life and death. Do that, you will have all the power you need.
You're not Mustang. What is that? Thanks, fake Sid Reigns. Way to pull out a random character.
It was the key to defeating God. If I wanted to use it, I needed Sarah's help. But Sarah, how can I make you hear me? I reach out with every fiber of my being. But is it enough? Can I do more? If I throw myself into the abyss, if I cry out to you, will you hear me, Sarah? Will you answer? Hold the world aloft. Give me another day.
One day till the end.
Welcome back. Light, the end is almost here. One more day, and then the destruction of the world will be complete.
Right. And there's no way I can delay it any longer.
No, this is it. You can still carry out your mission as the Savior, but today is your last chance. Tomorrow in the cathedral, Vanille will perform the soul song for the Order, the final rites, when the souls of the dead will be released from their torment and return to oblivion.
Yeah, Oblivion is right.
Strikes the hour, it'll mark the end of everything.
It's an ending that not even God has the power to stop. Hope, tell me something. You said that the souls of the dead return to the chaos, right? If that's true, then that's where Sarah must be. Her soul is lost out there in the chaos somewhere.
For God, the chaos is an unseen realm. He cannot see inside. And so it follows that he doesn't have the power to find her as long as she is in the chaos. But he can do something else. He can make her anew.
But then how can she be the real Sarah? The one I know?
Well, don't you trust him? It's true that even with all his power, God cannot extract Sarah's soul from the chaos. But there is another place he might find it. He could take her soul from inside of you.
How would... You're just making things up now.
You always found it hard to trust people. What chance does God have? Look, I'm not saying you will, but if you do decide to turn against him, you should know that I'll always stand with you. You trust me, don't you?
It just seems like the more I search, the further away I get from finding her. I've encountered more than a few ghosts from the past now, talked to souls from the chaos even, but I'm still no closer to finding Sarah. Not even a hint.
I don't know, but perhaps you've done everything you can. Maybe you could have found her already, but something is keeping her from talking to you.
Like she doesn't want to see me? Is that what you're saying?
Of course I don't think that's the case. But it's possible. Perhaps it's because you're too close to each other.
You mean she's out there and can talk to other people, but not me? Tell you what, why don't you go out there and look for her in my place?
I'd like to help, Light, but I can't leave the Ark. How about this? If I happen to die before you do, for whatever reason, I'll make you a promise. I'll try to find her in the chaos. And when I do, I'll find some way for you two to be together again.
You get Quake. Quick cost 2 EP, deal nominal damage to all enemies and launch them in the air, and extend stagger time. It's Quake from FF13. Had that, save. It all depends on the kind of game. Like, to me, permadeath should never be related to the plot.
Soon it'll be over.
It's been dying for 500 years.
Didn't know they were going to
I
talk
wasn't
more.
talking about the world.
Then what?
Never mind. Time is short. Every minute's precious now. Let's not waste any.
Let's not waste any. Sleeping for 24 hours. Permadeath to me should just be an option, like hardcore mode in games. If you want to do it, go for it for achievements. If you don't, that's fine too. But that's just me. Again, unless you're making like a roguelike. Like, it all depends on your on the game.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Public Morals Office of the Order of Salvation. Please pray and thank Almighty God for allowing us to see another dawn.
Twelfth day is over. All right, this is it. Achievement unlocked.
On this final day, please hear my last prayer. This is it. This is the true light of Yggdrasil.
Day 13. 1 day till the end. If you do enough side quests, you can extend beyond 13
Nice work, Light.
and get what everybody said was impossible, a 14th day. With this 14th day, you can do something special.
So it's day 13. That means the end of the world. That's what you said, right?
Yes, but something has changed. I don't quite understand it. The Tree of Life has borne more fruit, and it's glowing with a light that I've never seen before. I'm not sure, but I think this might be the lost time. We're getting it back, here at the end.
What do you mean?
Remember when I told you about the clocks? I told you how they only count to 12 instead of 13. There used to be 26 hours in a day.
But now there are only 24. 2 hours less. And the clocks changed when the chaos was unleashed. You think that the lost time still existed somewhere?
Yes, through a tear in the fabric of space-time, perhaps. But now it's come back, thanks to you. I think it was the excess Aradia that you harvested. Somehow, you accumulated so much that the distortion in the space-time was repaired, and we got back all those missing hours from the last 12 days.
That's 24 we didn't have. Which means we've been given a reprieve 1 more day before God awakens and the final destruction begins. Just the 1 day. It's not a lot of time.
Yes, but it's enough for what I want you to do. I detected a previously unknown ruin deep in the Dead Dunes. Its appearance coincided with the return of the lost time.
We can access a special dungeon. Now, there's no chance of me going through the whole thing, but we'll go as far as we can. So yeah. This will also make it to where you get a extra little ending. Equilibrium has been upgraded to Equilibrium Plus. Dark Muse has been upgraded to Dark Muse Plus. And Mist Wizard has been upgraded to Mist Wizard Plus. Equilibrium Plus, an improved version of the Savior's own Equilibrium Guard. It has standby AP recovery plus, greatly hastens the ATB recovery of unused schemata. So when they're on standby, they get their ATB much faster. Plus 30 maximum ATB and default ATB 100%. So not bad at all. Dark Muse Plus has Heavy Slash level 4. Increase ATB. Mist Wizard has Element level 4. Because with the it was set with Thunderstorm, it increases the wearer's maximum ATB. So upgraded outfits. I like Quick Stagger. I may change Hunter of the Wild now. Because I was doing it for Heavy Slash level 3, but I can use Dark Muse, get Heavy Slash level 4. And everything else can stay the same. Oops. What did I have here? Dispel? That's level 3 Dispel. And everything else can stay the same. We can have Heavy Slash level 4. It takes 50 ATB, but it swings at times 8. Whereas the other one swung at 40 for times, was it 5.5, something like that? So we use it, and we'll use it to really swing for the fences. Magic resistance is status ailment. And heavy guard level 3. Do I have a heavy guard? I have heavy guard level 2. There are more enemies, so it doesn't really help, but I do have a heavy guard. I could probably upgrade it. And we have attack level 4 on it now. We can have that. We can give it Blizzara. And Medguard. Sure. We'll see, maybe. Put that on for now. And resistance to daze. It still has Crimson Blitz, but we'll put Bone Cracker on. Alright. The ultimate layer. The Aradia that Lightning gave forth from herself went beyond even what God had foreseen, giving rise to a distortion in time and reinstating the lost 13 hours. A day which never should have existed now does, because Lightning just did the impossible. Good. Throw it in Bonavel's face. Brought back a place that does not belong in this dimension. In the extra day before the end, a mysterious new ruin has appeared in the Dead Dunes. The ultimate layer. Hope seems to think that Lightning might learn some new truths by exploring these ruins. You can reach the ultimate layer from the new warp point that has appeared near the Temple Ruins East Gate. But we can just warp there. The ultimate layer is an unknown ruin born from a lost dimension. In this place alone, time does not stop during battles. Which means you have only the hours of today, and that's it. Time does not stop. Make your way through the labyrinth, and it ticks while you're fighting as well. Keep moving downward to reach the deepest levels. As you defeat the enemies on each level, you gain access to warp devices that go to lower floors. You just go one floor at a time. The enemies are all last ones. If you already drove a particular species into extinction, which we have a few of them, they don't appear. You can just immediately go to the next floor. With a higher battle score, you can jump several floors deeper. And you cannot use chronostasis in this run. You can continue deeper or turn back. The choice is yours. Defeat the most terrible of beasts and dispatch the ultimates into oblivion. Now, there is probably no chance of me being able to beat the special enemy at the bottom. I'm just more than likely not strong enough. But I'll go as far as I can. We'll beat as many as we can in the time we have. And we can leave the dungeon. Okay, before we start that, I will be right back. Okay. Let's go through this. What's
severely damaged when the lost hour came back. The hole created in space at that time, the figure eye of the game.
This is the last act.
Hoplite Omega.
It's just a feeling.
I think you're weak to thunder. I'll have to stagger you. That's the important thing. Now I should be able to do some damage to you. Start you again. Missile hatch. And now it's going to launch missiles. That's the thing it can do. I really need increased ATB speed. Maybe I should use response controller.
No looking back. You're down.
Are you really chunky, aren't you? Okay. You are a pain! No, keep poison. That's how we're gonna get through this.
Let's make a show of it.
Go away! Two stars. Oh well. We got through it. 20 AP, counter blow level 4, 20 bronze milestones. Counter blow takes enemy attack and returns it upon the attacker's physical damage. It gives you 500 HP. You eat the hit and then do it back to them, but you still take the damage. Not a fan.
That is this labyrinth.
We get a Frost Ward Bangle though. Don't forget to pick it up. They act just like last ones. They are last ones. So don't forget to pick up the items they drop. Frost Ward Bangle resist ice damage plus 25%. Warp to the next floor, warp 2 floors down, warp 3 floors down. We're just trying to get to the end, but I'm just going to try to show off each floor and we'll see what's there, or what's not there if we got rid of the enemy.
Maybe this is where God's hiding.
I wouldn't be surprised if that were to be true.
Nothing here?
There's more.
So there was something here that we already got rid of.
No time for hesitation.
Zaltis Omega.
Let's make a show of it. Let the darkness embrace you.
fire, ice. Spam ice storm.
We'll all be reborn.
Stag you by hitting the head, because we know that. Yeah, Knight's gonna be cooking because I'm not feeling well. I'm really hungry.
So is 9.
Was this just bonus dungeon? Looks like we're not gonna finish this today. That's a shame. See, this is the 14th stream, and I was gonna get the 14th day and then end it on 14. So you get what I was gonna do there? I'm clever. Did a lot of damage. But I did the wrong thing. Oh, heavy slash. Let's see, Army of 1. No, you're not staggered, so it's not going to do anything. Darn it. Normally that would do a bunch of damage. You can see how many times it hits. Plus it looks really cool. Just think if it was staggered. It stood up at just the right time to save itself. Jeez. You went really hard. No, come on. Swing up. There. Alright, just swing up. It still does only one because you still have all that defense. And you see it goes to each, you change into each class. It's really cool looking. And just because it gets to keep its defense. But you get all your ATB back, which is nice as well. No, that wasn't enough. Oh well. I didn't think I'd do well here anyway, so. Let me chew though, that'd be nice. Goddess of Death achievement. Cool. Hey, you get 8 EP though, so, and Faraga level 4, and 15 platinum molly stones. So hey, it worked out. Did it. That one was really hard. Fire Seal Jewel. Which again, the resist physical and magical minus 100%, but resist fire damage 90%. What a lame thing to get from that hard fight, right? look who it is.
The world will end soon for you.
This annoying enemy.
Let's make a show of it.
Even with heavy guard, we're dead. That's ridiculous. Through heavy guard. Oh well.
Be careful, Light. You were able to escape for now, but it lost you an hour of the world's time.
I just hope I'm strong enough for the boss. I don't think I am. And you can warp to the ultimate layer from here. Let me show you on the map. Right by the Temple of Ruins, East Gate. You can teleport. Or maybe we can, because I'm just going to go to the end. Let's see how far we get. Alright. Final day. Thirteenth day is over.
This is it, Light. There's no more time left. It's the last day of the world.
Right. Vanille will be getting ready to perform the soul song.
She's going to liberate the dead and release them from their suffering and despair.
No, she's going to obliterate them.
Hey, Light. When Vanille saves the dead, what'll happen to me?
Hope? What's going on?
What about my soul?
The light of my life, let it be redeemed at last.
Day 14, the final day.
Light.
Hope.
I've come to say goodbye.
How did you...
It's too late for me now. I had a job. I was God's eyes and ears, made to watch over everything you did. But now the last day is here, and God doesn't need me anymore. I'll just disappear. God just doesn't like leaving loose ends. This was always his plan.
Benevelza, he's going to just cast you aside?
Yep.
It's his way. It's harder than I thought it would be, but he still needs you, and you can help the others. Will you do that for me? Vanille intends to go through with the soul song and throw her life away.
But she won't be the only one who dies. That ceremony is gonna destroy all those souls, yet she has the power to lead them to the new world.
Yes. She doesn't know what she is, or what she can do. You have to tell her. I know her. As long as she knows the truth, she'll do the right thing. And then, you'll have a choice to make too. It'll be your only chance to save Sarah.
I've gotta find her soul if I want to save her. And the truth is, I just can't feel her anymore.
It'll be alright. Trust me. She can see you. She's been watching over you. When you make the right choice, you'll find her again.
The right choice? Tough call for someone who can't stop repeating past mistakes.
It'll be easy. You just have to imagine what kind of world Sarah would want. What kind of person she wants you to be. Do that, and the answer will be clear.
But that's the problem, don't you see? Maybe once I knew her well enough to know what she would want. Something's happened to my soul. I can't see people's hearts anymore, not even my sister's.
You don't have to give up. Overcoming your mistakes, that's the key. It doesn't matter how many times you fail, if you succeed in the end. So keep trying, okay?
I'm off to a bad start. I didn't make the effort to understand you. I didn't trust you and instead hid everything from you.
No, that was the right thing to do. That wasn't the real me. He was never someone you should have trusted. He was just a pawn in God's game.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. At least I've had this chance to be myself again, here at the very end. After all that's happened, it's enough. Do you remember when we first met all those centuries ago? Do you remember what you told me then? Keep your eyes front. I'll watch the rear.
But I didn't. I couldn't.
Oh, but you did. More times than you know. As long as you were with me, Light, I didn't have to fear anything. I'm not scared. Not even now. Because you're here.
Hope!
So we got to have one last interaction with Hope, not fake Hope.
So, Hope, you've gone and left me behind. Or was it the other way around? Was it me who left you? I'll save you.
Kupo. Kupo.
Hey, it's Mark.
What are you doing here?
I can't leave you all alone, Kupo. I have a message for you, Kupo. And here it is. No matter what happens, keep your eyes front.
Keep your eyes front.
And in the meantime, you've got my back, right?
You've got it, Kupo. Want supplies, Kupo?
Alright, you can spend DP and buy stuff from Monk's shop, just like you would hope. Here, on this final day, we get 5 silver Mallow if you get here. Woo! Last minute upgrades. No days remain.
It's time for the last battle, Kupo.
It is. At the beginning of the final day, Vanille will start to perform the soul song. The ritual will guide the souls of the living to the new world. But the burden will be too much for her. Vanille will die.
She will, Kupo? But that can't happen, Kupo!
Being used by the Order. She doesn't need to perform the soul song. She has the power to save the souls of the living and dead.
Oh, does that mean she can save Sarah too, Kupo?
I think so. If Hope is telling the truth. If I can grant her wish and make it true, then she'll come back at last. At least that's what he said. But God himself wants Vanille to complete that ceremony. If I stop her, I'll be defying his will. Then I don't know what will happen to Sarah.
I know what Sarah would say, Kupo. She wouldn't hesitate. She'd say, do what's right. Help save all the souls.
That's true.
Yes, I know. She's always been like that. If someone needs saving, she just goes ahead and does it. No matter how dangerous it is to her.
Yeah, just like your big sister, Kupo. And that's why I'm worried about you too, Kupo.
Don't worry, Mog. I'll be fine. I'm going to do what Sarah would want me to do, what she'd tell me to do. I'll make her wish come true, and she'll come back.
Ready for the final day? The final day.
Lift your voices as prayer, children of the light. Come, gather ye to the final place. Pray to the Savior, she heralds the end. Pray to God in all his great glory, for he built a paradise anew.
It's the beginning of the end. Time has run out on this world, and there won't be any more tomorrows. Life and death are one and the same now. These are the dying moments, and soon, life will just come to a stop. They all have to die now. It's the only way they can reach the brave new world. But not everyone gets to take the journey. According to the Order, salvation is a privilege reserved for a select few. The people who died in the past are going to be erased forever, like they never existed. The trouble is, though, the souls of the dead are bound to the memories of the living. Because we remember them, they can survive in the chaos. We're custodians, and our job is to keep the flame of memory burning.
That's why the souls don't just melt into the chaos, because they're still remembered by us. They have an identity that keeps them alive.
But if we forget them, they're gone forever with no hope of coming back. And it works the other way, too. If the soul of a dead person is destroyed, then our memories of that person disappear, too. Gone from our minds like they never were. Imagine forgetting everyone who once lived. It's more final than any mass murder.
But that's exactly what the Order is going to do with the Soul Song.
Vanille has the power to summon all the souls to her. When she does, the Order will use the clavus to destroy them. When it preaches purification, that's what the Order really means.
But why would they wipe out the past?
To get rid of all the sadness and uncertainty. All those regrets that hold us back and make us weak. They want us to start with a clean slate, so we can be strong in our bold new world. And you know what? That's what God wants too.
Does Vanille know all this?
Nope.
Not all of it. The Order's kept her in the dark. As far as she knows, she's just releasing the dead from their suffering.
She doesn't realize that when she does this, not only will the dead disappear, but so will our memories of them.
Just keep me in your thoughts. Remember me. And we'll see each other again. No matter what happens to me. Even if I vanish from this world. Promise me, Lightning. Promise you'll remember me.
If this ritual happens as the Order wants, my memories of Sarah will disappear. And when that happens, I'll lose any hope I had of bringing her back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She'll be gone forever.
Then there's only one thing to do. I have to get into the cathedral and stop that ritual. What are you doing?
Don't go!
I have to. I'm out of time.
Don't take everyone with you! Don't leave me all alone.
Please, open your eyes. The soul song saves no one. The Order can't save the dead. That's something only you can do. You and only you have...
Alright, you know these enemies, they have a bunch of HP now. I think that's more than they used to have. You should hit harder than I remember too.
It's just a fleeting dream. Do you dream of death?
I really need a perfect guard, so I stun them out of it. There you go, so I get that stagger. Oh, this is a terrible start. Not much I can say for certain. Oh man, I didn't time that right. And I was out of AP for that one, so great. Doing great.
Let's make a show of it. Thanks for waiting. What's done is done. Get to the cathedral before the ceremony.
Welcome.
Welcome. Fine Outfitters. Here you can buy some additional outfits. Champagne Gold. Guys with ATB charge. Increases the wearer's maximum HP. And ATB charge, I think you charge ATB for your other abilities, or your other schema. Nightmare. Grants the wearer power over nightmares, hastens the recovery of ATB, and increases the wearer's resistance to status ailments. ATB recovery by 10 to status ailments by 20%. And circlets. Maybe just for the ATB charge, because I seem to really need that.
What do you want?
General store, you can buy high potions, X potions, Phoenix Downs, warrior potions, and holy waters.
Cheers, buddy.
I don't really want to fight y'all anymore. They're lame.
Welcome.
Here at the Forge, you can buy really big weapons. Stigma, but they're really expensive. So with a bunch of strength. Stigma is balanced with ATB speed. High magic. No magic. Masamune. No magic. But increases the chance of making enemy recoil. And it has 1,700 strength. So all strength. And the opposite, all magic. HP. Here's the bigger version of the ones I've been using. Gauntlet. Gives strength. Gives magic. 280 guard defense. I would like to have Stigma, but I don't have enough money. I mean, you go away so I could shop. Forgot enemies were here. I always thought that was dumb. Don't be here. Let me shop. You can start jumping me when I'm inside the place. Because you're going to do that anyway. Right, I was doing it for the ATB speed. Instead... I took that. Fraga level 4. From level 1 to level 4, you get about, for the same ATB cost, roughly 4 times the damage. 3.5 times the damage. Crazy, right? That makes me sad that I really couldn't level up my abilities, because the system's lame. Well,
Hurry up.
sorcery shop. We can't buy new skills. We're stuck with what we got. None of them are able to level up. Can't even level you up. Level those. Yeah, I don't feel good about our chances, honestly. But we'll see how it all plays out next time. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. Monday, we'll take on the final bit of Final Fantasy 13-3. Hope it goes well, and if not, well, I'll show you what happens. Until then, have a great weekend. Have a lot of fun. Until Monday, I'm Cendril 9. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.